Class 10. Now let's come to the last section of our story, my greatest Olympic prize. Okay, yesterday what we read that Jesse Owens he fouled twice in his trial jump, in his qualifying jump, and he was frustrated. He was bitter. Then Laz Long came forward, advised him, counseled him, calmed him down. Clear? Now, suddenly all the tension seemed to ebb out of my body, and the truth of what he said hit me. Confidently, I drew a line full foot in back of the board and proceeded to jump from there. I qualified with almost a foot to spare. Okay, suddenly, after listening to the advice of Les Long, all the tensions of Jesse Evans removed, released, clear? The truth of what he has said, what Long has said, that it's tomorrow what counts, clear? And it does not matter if he does not come first in the trial jump. So that truth of his sentence hits him. Confidently, he drew a line. As advised by Long, he drew a line full foot in back of the board and then proceed to jump from there, and he qualified. That night, I walked over to Les Long rooms in the Olympic Village to thank him. So that night, when he qualified, that night he went to Les Long's room in the Olympic Village to thank him. I know that if it hadn't been for him, I probably wouldn't be jumping in the finals the following day. And he knew, had he not been advised by Les Long, had Les Long would not been there, he would not have played the final tomorrow. He would not have been jumping in the finals tomorrow. It becomes possible just because of Les Long. So that's why he went to thank him. We sat in his quartet and talked for 2 hours about tracks and fields, ourselves, the world situation, and dozen other things. There they conversed for 2 hours. When I finally got up to leave, we both knew that a real friendship had been formed. So after 2 hours, when he got up, he knew that he has got a new friend. The real friendship has been formed between the true friendship has been formed between the two. Luz would go out to the field the next day trying to beat me if he could, but I knew that he wanted me to do my best, even if that meant my winning. And he knew that tomorrow he need to compete with Les Long, as Les Long will give his best over there. And definitely Les Long wants Jesse Owens to give his best. Even it means Jesse Owens winning the medals. As it turns out, Luz broke his own past record. In doing so, he pushed me on the peak performance. So next day in the finals, Luz Long performed very well. He broke his own past record, and by doing so, he encouraged Jesse Owens to give his best performance. I remembered that at that instant, I landed for my final jump, the one which set the Olympic record of 26 feet 5 and 5.16 inches. He was at my side, congratulated him. So what Jesse Owens did, he won 4 gold medal in that Olympics, and he set a Olympic record of long jumping of 26 feet 5 and 5.16 inches. So at that time, Luz Long came to Jesse Owens, congratulated him, despite the fact that Hitler glared. Glared means to look in anger, to stare in an angry way. Despite the fact that Hitler glared at us from the stand, not 100 yards away, Luz shook my hand hard, and it wasn't a fake smile with a broken heart sort of grip either. So despite the fact that Hitler was staring them angrily, clear, still Luz Long came there, shake hand, give Jesse Owens a firm handshake, and gave him a broad smile. And that was not a fake smile. Luz Long was really happy from his heart. He was not sad at his losing, he was happy at Jesse Owens' win. You can melt down all the gold medals and cup I have, and they couldn't be plating on the 24 karat friendship I felt for Luz Long at that moment. Now what he's saying, you can melt down all the gold medals and the cup, still it cannot be similar to the 24 karat friendship that the Jesse Owens felt for Luz Long at that time. What's a 24 karat friendship? See, children, carat is a unit that is used to measure the purity of the gold. 24 karat gold is a pure gold without any mixture of any other substance. So 24 karat friendship is a true friendship that Luz Long felt for Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens felt for Luz Long at that time. Clear? And there was no trace of envy, hatred, jealousy in that friendship. That was a 24 karat friendship. I realized then too that Luz Long was the epitome of what Perry de Coubertin, founder of the modern Olympic Games, must have had in mind when he said, clear, and he know that Jesse Owen was the epitome is the best example, clear. When Perry de Coubertin, who was the founder of the modern Olympics, what he said the important thing in the Olympics game is not winning but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering but fighting will. And Luz Long is the true example. He's the best example of this saying. Why? Because he was a true sports person. He was not sad at all. Even after knowing that Jesse Owen was his opponent, he went to him, he consoled him, he advised him, and though he knew that if Jesse Owen qualified, so his chances of winning the medal will reduce. Still, he counseled him, he guided him. Clear? So he was the best example of the true sportsmanship. Clear? So children, this is, here we have finished the poem, and this is similar to the poem we have read, uh, nine gold medals. Even there, the athletes, they exhibited the true sportsmanship. Even they established the example, and they make it clear that the important thing in the Olympics game is not winning but taking part. And here Luz Long specify that he is the best example of this saying. He is the real example of this saying. So children, go through it carefully. Fine. And question answers I'll send you in WhatsApp. Thank you.